Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. It's Joe Smith, and this is the news. Joe Smith just saw another news headline and been following it, and it's just bothering Joe Smith here, and Joe Smith wanted to speak out over it, but Joe Smith mentioned the stupid drama over the Carson King issue from the annual Iowa State football game a couple weeks ago, and now that's not the only drama that's come from this annual in-state game. Now there's other in-state rivalries, whether it be football, basketball, whatever, nationwide. Duke, UNC, NC State, or Michigan State, Florida State, etc. But Iowa State, it's kind of one of those in-state rivalries. Every year, football team battles for the Cyhawk Trophy. It's usually the second or third game of the season. And it's usually the first game that either faces a big power running conference, whatever you call them. Whereas the game or two games they had prior are like pity games against no-name teams and no-name conferences, or that just so those teams can get some practice playing against a big team or that. But and Joe Smith, born in Ames, where Iowa State University is, but is also a big fan of University of Iowa football. Joe Smith's grandpa once stayed in the University Hospital prior to him passing away. Joe Smith's grandpa is also in the Ames Hospital prior to that. When Joe Smith's little kid had surgery in the Ames Hospital. Growing up, a lot of time spent in Ames. Joe Smith has friends in Ames from school right now. The one time that Joe Smith's grandpa was in Iowa City Hospital was the only time Joe Smith ever been to Iowa City, and that's after Joe Smith moved to Arkansas. Joe Smith thinks highly of both teams. Joe Smith usually kind of sides with University of Iowa when it comes to football. But at the same time, if there's an Iowa State game on, then Joe Smith's watching that and root for Iowa State. Same with basketball. Just whoever's playing, Iowa State, Joe Smith's rooting for them. They're both Joe Smith's home teams. So this saddens Joe Smith to hear that Ames police are investigating cases in which University of Iowa marching band members may have been assaulted by residents of Ames, Iowa. And they say that they believe that this is true because Iowa State marching band, when they've made appearances in Iowa City, same thing happened to them, and that too is appalling to Joe Smith. It don't matter which team it is, where they're at, whether it's Iowa State visiting Iowa City and getting assaulted, or if it's University of Iowa team from Iowa State visiting Ames and getting assaulted. That's just stupid. That's stupid, okay? These are Iowa kids. We don't need that bullshit. These are all Iowa kids or students visiting from outside the state to go to school in Iowa, and we do not need that freaking bullshit. It's just stupid, regardless what team they're on, what city they're visiting. That's just uncalled for. So yes, Joe Smith hopes that if there were students assaulted, that arrests are made, and these people are held accountable for their bad decisions and poor actions that they made against their fellow neighbors, their friends and neighbors, and their in-state neighbors here. In the Iowa State game, it don't matter who wins or loses. An Iowa team won. We should all be happy. When Joe Smith was in Iowa City, Wisconsin was visiting, and they had Iowa-Wisconsin game with Iowa hosting in the Kinnick Stadium across the street from hospital, and Joe Smith snuck into the Kinnick Stadium after watching the first half of the game on top of the parking garage with some Iowa and Wisconsin fans, and getting drunk on top of the parking garage with them guys, which cool ass guys, both from Iowa and Wisconsin. And then later on in the second half, sneaking into the game to watch the rest of it from inside the field, inside the stadium. But the hotel Joe Smith was staying at the same time had a lot of Wisconsin fans staying at it, and these people are just all super nice, super cool, super friendly, and Joe Smith talking to them after the game like it didn't matter who won, who lost. It's just like, hey man, like we all cool, man. And so why can't it be like that? I mean, these are kids, 18, 19, 20, 21-year-old kids playing sports for fun. Don't turn 18 to 21-year-old sports fun into a criminal activity. We're all human beings here. Whether you're at Michigan State game, or Florida State game, or Texas A&M, or Texas Tech, Texas A&M, or Baylor, Texas Tech, or Baylor, Texas, or Oklahoma State, or Kansas State. It don't matter where you're at. It don't even matter if it's in a state rivalry. It don't matter if it's Kansas State, Texas, or Florida, Louisiana, or something, or Washington, Colorado, or Washington State, or Washington State, Colorado, or Oregon, or it don't matter. Whether it's an in-state rivalry or out-state rivalry, or the two teams never played before. Maybe it's the first time Hawaii and Maine ever played before. I don't know if Maine even has a freaking college or college football team, but let's say UConn and Hawaii. It was the first time that those two teams ever played before. We don't need that kind of behavior. We don't need college kids assaulting other college kids. Don't care where you're from or where the other team is from. That's not necessary. Be the bigger man. Welcome them to your hometown. Make them feel welcome. Say, welcome to our town. Oh, you're University of Iowa from Iowa City. Welcome to Ames. You're from Oregon. You're playing Oregon State. Welcome to Oregon State Town, whatever that is. You're from Florida. You're here playing us in Florida State. Well, welcome to Florida State. Or you're from Nebraska. You're playing us in University of Oklahoma. Welcome you to University of Oklahoma. We hope you enjoy your stay. Just be cool. I mean, they're your guests. Be cool and kind to your guests. They're fellow freaking students just like you. Don't treat them like they're North Koreans trying to invade your country. This is just a freaking game to have some freaking fun. And they're your guests, so treat them like your freaking guests. Goddamn kids these days just don't freaking get it. So Smith's not ready to go on and just start whooping ass left and right here till these freaking kids get it. Invite guests to your home, you don't freaking assault them. If you do, maybe Joe Smith needs to whoop your ass. Anyways, that's Joe Smith's take and thoughts and opinions here on this stupid bullshit that's happening again in the news, in America, in the heartland, and probably elsewhere. Just people, mainstream media, not drawing attention to it, trying to hide it. And Joe Smith actually is drawing attention to it and saying that, yeah, this is a freaking problem. That it's not how Iowans are. Iowans don't care what part of Iowa you're from. You're a freaking Iowan, and we welcome you. And these people probably aren't even from the state of Iowa. They're just in school from out of state and taking things too damn seriously and need an adult to sit them down and say, look, listen here, Junior. It's not how we do things in Iowa. Joe Smith feels bad for University of Iowa band students that were assaulted at the 2019 Cy-Hawk game. Joe Smith feels bad for Iowa State students or band members that were assaulted previously in previous years in Iowa City at the Cy-Hawk game in Iowa City. All this shit is uncalled for and unneeded. Anyone assaulting these students, regardless of their age or where they're from, needs to be prosecuted to the fullest because this is just bullshit. It's been Joe Smith signing out.